Are you super excited about that big tax refund you just received? Well, I'd hold off on the champagne for a bit until you watch this video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. My name is Arjun and welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things personal finance and investing. Today we have another video on the most riveting, interesting topic on the planet, taxes. That's obviously me being sarcastic, but before you click away, I think this video will be really useful because 75% of America could be missing out by not knowing this. By this, I mean the hidden truth about big tax refunds. And in this video, I'll be telling you why that's probably not something you should be celebrating and what you can do to fix it. Before getting into it, I just wanted to clear something up. A tax return is the paperwork you send in to the IRS, and a tax refund is the amount you get back from them. I've seen too many people get confused between the two, so just keep this in mind as we go through the rest of the video. Alright, so why are big tax refunds not something you should get excited about? A tax refund is basically your own money that you earned throughout the year that is being paid back to you because you had too much withheld from your paycheck. This means that you essentially gave the government an interest-free loan because you get that money back only in April of the following year. That's certainly not something I would celebrate because I would think it would be a lot better for you to have that money throughout the year instead of lending it to the government for free. This amount withheld is determined by a W-4 form that you fill out with your employer. If you withhold too little, it means that you're getting much more every paycheck, but you run the risk of owing the IRS. If you withhold too much, then you're paying the taxman more than what's necessary. So ideally, the tax amount you have withheld and your true tax obligation should be as close as possible, meaning you should be aiming for a $0 tax refund. The reality though is that only very few people know about this. As I said earlier, 3 out of 4 people in America end up having a tax refund, and the average tax refund amount is $3,000, which is extremely high. That's around $250 per month that could have been used to be put towards savings, to pay down debt, or my favorite option, invest. Smart Asset says that the cost of waiting for a refund at the end of the year and not investing money immediately is around $300 every year. Over multiple years, this amount really starts to add up. This is the true hidden cost of a tax refund. The obvious next question is, what do you do about this situation, right? Well, the answer is pretty simple. All you have to do is adjust the withholdings in your W-4 to the optimal level. You can do this by using a great free tool from the IRS called the IRS Tax Withholding Estimator. All you need to do is follow the instructions, put in all of your numbers, and it'll tell you whether you owe taxes or if you'd get a refund. It also lets you adjust your results and tells you the exact amount that needs to be withheld from every paycheck. You can then take this information over to the HR folks at work and have them adjust your W-4 accordingly. You can do this adjustment at any point during the year. There is no set time frame where you're supposed to be doing this. And it's also good practice to adjust your W-4 anytime you go through a major life event. Like for example, you're getting married or you have a child. I know I said that lending your money to the government tax-free is a bad idea, but that does not mean that you should not pay taxes at all during the year. If you withheld less than 90% of your tax liability, the IRS will charge you a penalty. So that's why I like to err on the side of caution and try to get a couple of $100 in tax refunds because it's extremely hard to get exactly $0. The closest I ever got to $0 was a $155 tax refund. And by the way, everything I'm referencing here is at the federal level. state taxes are going to be a whole different story. Everything I've spoken about so far is from a purely mathematical standpoint, but from a more psychological standpoint, some people do prefer to get a large tax refund because it forces them to save. If more taxes are withheld, that means money doesn't even hit their bank account and they can't spend it. So people who have difficulty saving could potentially benefit from this approach because they won't see the money till the end of the year. However, I don't think that this is a very solid argument. I still think that everybody should aim for a $0 refund, because if you want to force yourself to save, the better option would be to just automatically transfer funds to your savings account. Because this way, in case you need that money at some point during the year, you actually have access to it. For example, if you need some money for a car repair, you can dig into this extra money instead of having it all tied up with Uncle Sam. Another benefit of having a close to zero tax refund is that you're less prone to tax identity thieves. When you have a big tax refund, you become a prime target for these cunning identity thieves. When there's no refund, there's literally nothing to steal. Every year, millions of filers look forward to big tax refunds like it's some gift from God. But I'm hoping that by now you realize that it's probably not as glamorous as it seems, and in reality could actually be costing you money. Let me know in the comment section down below whether you get tax refunds or you end up owing the government. If you have any specific, more complex questions, I would say ask a CPA, because I am definitely not a professional. With that, I can close out this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.